It's been 2 days, and from then Jungkook and Ryan was working like nothing something happened. Ryan arriving unexpectedly at home in the morning found her father, stepmother Vivian, and stepsister Sophia enjoying their breakfast. The tension in the room was palpable as soon as she entered. Ryan, oh, good morning, she said, her tone carrying a hint of sarcasm. Sophia and Vivian were shocked to see Ryan's sudden arrival. Her father, seemingly unbothered, barely looked in her direction. Vivian, attempting to maintain her sweet facade, said to Ryan, Vivian, oh, Ryan, we miss you so much, her words dripping with syrupy sweetness. Ryan, oh, I miss you too, and hugged her. Vivian, caught off guard, was visibly shocked, her eyes wide. Sophia and the father were equally surprised, watching the unexpected display of affection unfold before them. Ryan, I realized I was wrong. You're like my mom. She then turned to her dad and said, I am sorry, Dad, for behaving so rude to you that day. Vivian, stunned by Ryan's stern display of remorse, was taken aback. Her mind tried to process the unexpected sentiment. Her initial suspicion still present. Her father, who had been dismissive just moments ago, now showed a hint of surprise. He looked at Ryan, momentarily speechless. Ryan, father, it's okay now that you realize. His tone softer in response to her apology. He was taken aback by her sudden change, but her words made him soften his demeanor, even if only slightly. Ryan turned to Sophia, seeking forgiveness for her past behavior. Ryan, I also behaved rudely with you. Please forgive me. Ryan, you are like my sister, she told Sophia, and tomorrow is your wedding. I just wanted to celebrate this day. Ryan tried to play the part of the caring sister, making an effort to be a part of the celebration despite their strained past. Sophia. Yes, she paused. She eyed Ryan with skepticism, trying to gauge her sincerity. Ryan, oh, you guys are so surprised, she said, her voice holding a hint of amusement. Don't be, I'm your family member. I'm just angry that time. She offered a simple explanation for her past anger, hoping to convince them of her new phone. Vivian, skeptical and still guarded, looked at Ryan. She asked with a hint of doubt in her voice. Vivian, are you happy for her marriage? Wine, come on, why would not I? I am her fiance's secretary. It doesn't mean I fell in love with him, he stated calmly. She continued, and I also realized that I was wrong for blaming you and dad. You loved each other and got married. For my mom, she was just too soft hearted. It's not your fault. My father, okay, okay, now you realize. A smile tugged at his lips. Now my family is completed. He softened his stance, allowing himself to enjoy the upcoming celebration. Wine, father, come on, eat breakfast with us. Wine, no, I already did. You carry on, I will go check my room. She made her exit, heading to her room. Wine returned to her room, exhaling a deep breath. She closed the door behind her and leaned against it. Man, that was tough, she muttered to herself. Acting like that, forgiving them. Oh my god. She sat on the edge of her bed, her mind replaying the events of the morning, the mix of emotions and the weight of maintaining a false facade. When her mind still reeling, quickly picked up her phone. She unlocked it and typed a message, sending it to someone. The message simply said, Done. On the other hand, Jungkook, engrossed in work, was poring over files on his desk when his phone buzzed with a new message notification. He looked down, opening the message. He saw the word done flashing on the screen. He paused for a moment, a faint smile tugged at the corner of his lips, understanding the significance of the message. He set aside the file, letting go of the pressing task. With determined eyes, He exited his work office, heading towards the lift. As he walked, he muttered to himself, "Tomorrow is my marriage. I need to relax." Sophia, wearing a stunning wedding gown, was getting ready for her big day. The atmosphere was filled with a mix of excitement and nervousness. Just then, Vine entered her room, her presence adding an air of mystery. "Sophia, I am almost ready. Just my bridal gown is in my cupboard. Give me," she said to Vine, looking at herself in the mirror. "Vine, why?" She posed a question, her tone suggesting she had something up her sleeve. Sophia, noticing Vine's smirk and the change in her tone, felt a sense of unease. She looked at her directly, her eyes conveying suspicion. "Sophia, what do you mean why? Today is my marriage with Jungkook." Vine approached Sophia, a mischievous glimmer in her eyes, repeating the question. "Vine, who said?" She moved closer, closing the gap between them, maintaining her cryptic demeanor. Sophia, growing increasingly uneasy, confronted Vine directly. "Sophia, are you mad?" she asked, more as a statement than a question. "Go bring my gown," she added, a hint of anger and frustration in her voice. Vine, her smirk growing wider, replied with a smug tone. "Vine, your gown? Where? That was mine." "Vine, I did not choose that gown for you," she stated, matter of factly. "That was for me. I am the one who was supposed to be the bridal, not you." Sophia, her teeth clenched with a mixture of shock and anger. "Sophia, who said this?" she exploded, struggling to process the unexpected revelation. "Who said you were going to be the bride?" "Vine, you. You are going to be written on paper that I am going to marry. I have a boyfriend. I am going." Sophia, her anger boiling over, shot by an angry, incredulous glare. "Sophia, why should I wrote on it? I am not going to do this," she protested, her voice laced with resentment. "So that was your drama to come again," she emphasized. "Vine, I'm a great actor, is not it? Right?" She laughed, "just like you and Vivian." Vine continued, her tone calm but authoritative. "If you do not read on that paper, I will tell Jungkook that you already have a boyfriend with whom you slept so many times, and you know that he is a mafia also," she threatened her. "And I have proof also." Sophia, her face pale with shock and fear, was rendered speechless as Vine produced evidence. A picture of Sophia sleeping with her boyfriend, kissing him. There were many other incriminating pictures as well, proof of their intimate relationship. Sophia was left feeling vulnerable and exposed. "Vine, you don't have options, darling," Vine asserted. "Run away." Sophia, her voice vulnerable, pleaded with Vine. "Sophia, you are not doing right, Vine." Her words held a hint of desperation, her tone desperate and pleading. "Don't do this." She knew the gravity of her action but feared the consequences if Vine went ahead with exposing her. "Vine, me? Don't doing right? Wow." Her eyes held a quiet worth. Years of suffering now turning into the desire for revenge. She continued, "I am not that Vine who I used to bully," her words carrying the weight of her past trauma. "You made me suffer a lot because of you and your mom," she emphasized, making Sophia aware of her past pain. "But now your turn to be suffer," she declared. "The ball is in my court now. My revenge starts now." Vine announced, her intent clear. She saw this as her chance to turn the table and make Sophia experience the suffering she endured. Sophia stood froze, her mind racing, confronted with the weight of Vine's threat and the evidence Vine held. Vine demanded. "Vine, collect your things," she said sternly. "You have 2 minutes and run away." Sophia, her eyes flickering between the pictures and Vine's cold stare, was left with no choice, her heart pounding. She grabbed a paper and hastily wrote that she did not want to marry Jungkook. With a mix of fear and defeat, she sealed her fate, screamingly in a hurry. She then, without a word, bolted out of the room, grabbing her things and ran away, disappearing into the shadows, leaving her wedding and family behind. Vine, her expression transformed into a bright smile, holding the paper with Sophia's written statement. She softly whispered to herself, her voice filled with satisfaction. "Vine, Finally, I took a step, and Jungkook is mine now, he exclaimed, her voice tinged with a mix of triumph and satisfaction. When Compose emerged from the room, her expression transitioned from excitement to solemnification, masking her true feelings. She approached her father and informed him, saying that Sophia is not here. What do you mean? He looked at her, his brow frowned in concern and confusion. Vian, her poker face unwavering, handed the letter that Sophia reluctantly wrote. He one declared her desire to not marry Jungkook. She carefully observed her stepmother's face, foreseeing every moment of discomfort it caused. Vivian, no way, Sophia can't do this. She could fathom her daughter's abrupt, especially on her wedding day. The latter, a clear rejection, was not what she expected. Her plan to hold Jungkook's wealth is all gone in vain. Mine father, your daughter ran away. What should I tell you, Mr. June? Huh? His voice rose with every syllable. He was furious. The wedding was in disarray, and he had to respond to the wealthy and powerful Jones. Vivian, she is lying. I know she is in her room. She clung on to her own version of events, hoping the situation would align with her wishes. My father, you think I am blind because of her my reputation was going to get ruined. He was seething. He thought of his public image being affected by his scandal, adding to his rage. My father, what should I do, huh? They are already arrived. What should I tell them? That the bride ran away? He shouted at Vivian. Vivian, seeking someone to blame, turned to Vian. Accusatory in her tone. Vivian, did you do something? She questioned, her voice laced with suspicion. Vian, maintaining her composure, shook her head and replied, Vian, no. Her voice calm and steady. She held her ground against Vivian's accusation, not wavering in her response. Vian's father, grasping for any solution, suddenly turned to her. Vian father, Vian, you have to marry him. He made the unexpected demand, his mind grappling with the situation and grasping for any alternative solution. Vivian, quick to intervene, tried to deny the suggestion, her face expressing her disagreement. Vivian, no, she is not getting married with him. Vian's father, frustrated and desperate, snapped at Vivian. Vian's father, just shut your mouth. I am talking to my daughter. His voice was firm, his eyes locked on Vian, and his words leaving no room for debate. Vian held her smile to see Vivian like this. Vian's father, his voice softer, turned to her. Vian's father, please, daughter, he pleaded. Vian, reluctantly conceding but inwardly thrilled, responded, Vian, just because of your reputation, okay? She spoke with a mix of resignation and excitement, realizing that the opportunity to be with Jungkook was finally within her grasp. Vian, thank you. That's a relief, he sighed. He was at least thankful she was going to marry Jungkook without creating a fuss. On the other hand, Jungkook, stoic and composed, stood on the stage with a poker face, showing nothing of emotion. He remained calm, his face a mask of naturality despite the cause. As the lights dimmed, Jungkook's eyes instinctively moved towards the door. Wine emerged down the side, wearing the bridal gown, looking stunning. His face frowned. The sight of her in bridal gown for him is unexpected. Jungkook, utterly confused, turned to his father and questioned, Jungkook, what's happening? Why is Vine here? Was not Sophia supposed to be my bride? His frown deepened as his eyed Vine, with a mix of confusion and certainly. Jungkook's father leaned in towards him, whispering discreetly, Mr. June, it doesn't matter. I wanted you to marry her daughter. Whatever it's Vine or Sophia, it doesn't matter. He tried to downplay the situation, attempting to persuade Jungkook to accept the sudden change. Jungkook's eyes locked onto Vine, who was approaching down the side, looking absolutely stunning in the bridal gown. Her beauty caught him off guard, a contrast to his previous indifference towards her. He did not accept her to look so radiant, and it was a stark divergence from how he had viewed her before. Vine approached Jungkook, their gaze meeting. He extended his hand, feeling a faint flutter of emotion in his heart. As he offered her his hand, they stood before each other, the weight of the moment hanging in the air. He don't know what was doing.